Oh, hello. It's me in my backyard, and I'm so tired, totally wiped out. We've had a huge day as a family today. We took our girls to the Variety Kids Christmas party. Uneven bits. This is the last thing I feel like doing, to be honest, but it's so important. I really wanted to share this with other parents of kids on the spectrum. For a number of years, our family could not leave our home. We couldn't go out and do things on the weekend like regular families do. We couldn't have people over. There are a lot of things we couldn't do. And that's because Miss Seven's anxiety levels were just so severe that, we just had to stop. We had to take a breather. We had to pull back and just follow her lead for years. And I don't know, I had faith that was our answer. That was the right thing to do, that if we just gave her space and freedom and time and respected her no and allowed her to feel safe, that it would be okay. And, through that process over those years, we had people say, she needs to be medicated. Why don't we try this therapy and that therapy? And a huge part of what people miss, particularly experts and many parents, because a lot of the information that we get is from experts, is that our children develop their safety in knowing that they can trust us. Children on the autism spectrum don't have less rights than neurotypical children. If they don't want to do something, then we need to listen and we need to hear them and respect that. Our family had to reassess all of the things that we expected of our child, because some of those things were things that, any child her age wasn't expected to do, but because she was on the spectrum, it was different. We seem to get into a panic about the future and we forget to enjoy our children now. We're so projected into who they will become, we don't see who they are. The hardest thing that I ever did as a person, as a mother, was to start saying no to professionals and to have faith in my intuition as a mum. And it paid off. I just watched my 7-year-old today, who previously could not leave the house for years, stand in a queue for an hour and a half to get on a Ferris wheel with her father, surrounded by so many people and so much noise. She was happy, she was regulated, she was calm, she was patient, she was in control, she was excited, she was enjoying herself. And she's hypersensitive to her environment. And it's because she trusts her father and I. And I said to her this morning, we're going to have a try. And if you're not okay there and you don't feel safe and you're not having fun, we will leave. And she knows we can leave. And guess who the first person was to put their hand up in our family and say, I've had enough, I'm overwhelmed, oh, get me out of here? Me. It was me. I was so overwhelmed. It was so noisy there. I was in such a dark place as a parent because we couldn't leave our house. We couldn't travel. We couldn't go away. We couldn't even have friends over. We just had this life where we closed the doors to our family home and shut down our lives. If that is your life right now, please know that things are always changing and no time is wasted when we are giving our children respite from the world. I used to look at cars in the lane beside me with their children in the car and feel resentful and imagine what their lives must be like, that their kids would just get out of bed and eat whatever they wanted for breakfast and the parents could read the paper and drink a coffee. And that's my life now. We go to the beach, we go on holidays, we travel, we do whatever the hell we want. And sometimes we don't. But life changes. And it's because we put in the time and effort to tune into our children and to tune out all of the advice that everybody else wanted to tell us about our child, and it's helpful and it's not helpful. Our kids just need to know we're on their side. No matter what another adult says we should do with them, they need to know that when it comes to mum and dad, we're on their side and we will listen to them. And if something doesn't feel good for them or they're distressed, quit it. It doesn't mean we don't challenge our kids. We try, we fail, we try again. Really, there's no failure. We just revisit things and we try again. And you know, every child's different, but just because they're autistic doesn't mean we have to force them to do all these things and panic about their futures. Just enjoy our kids now, love them, see them as complete and whole now.